Good evening. Making the headlines on Mello TV Evening News at 8, Island Traffic Authority and Road Safety Unit temporarily closed. Westmoreland Police maintain stance against crime and principal proposes values and attitude programs to curb crime in schools. And now the details. The offices of the Island Traffic Authority, Road Safety Unit and National Road Safety Council, located at 145 Maxfield Avenue, were temporarily closed today due to a break-in this morning. The police are investigating the incident and the Ministry of Transport and Mining has apologized for any inconvenience caused. Customers can contact the ministry via phone at 876-754-1900 or via social media for any questions or concerns. In other news tonight, human skeletal remains were discovered in Reckford district yesterday afternoon by a forest technician who reported the find to the police in Crofts Hill, Clarendon. The police processed the scene and the remains were sent to the morgue. Although the identity of the body is yet to be established, it's believed that the death occurred several years ago. Still making the news tonight, a man in his late 60s, identified as Monty Cargill, died in a motor vehicle accident along the Orange Bay Main Road in Portland yesterday at about 6:30 p.m. Cargill, who was visually impaired and wheelchair-bound due to illness, was sitting close to the busy roadway when he was hit by a Toyota Axia motor car traveling towards Buff Bay. Cargill reportedly died on the spot. The police are investigating the incident. In other news tonight, the St. Andrews South Police are continuing the fight against crime. The police seized a firearm and ammunition in a joint operation in the St. Andrews South Division. DSP for St. Andrews South, Coleridge Minto, provided further details.
This morning, a joint military team conducted a cordon and search within the Whitfield town area. Several snap raids were also done at some secondary locations in and around the cordon. A premises on Metcalf Road was subsequently searched. A Taurus pistol, 1 Glock magazine, 17 live rounds were found in the roof of a building. No one was arrested in connection with this find, and the investigations continue.
Now, this operation is part of a wider effort to combat an increase in crime in the division. Continuing with the news tonight, the Bank of Jamaica, BOJ, spent US $1 billion defending the local dollar during the pandemic, equivalent to 7% of GDP. Dr. Wayne Robinson, Deputy Governor at the BOJ, said that despite the spending, the Caribbean's outlook remains challenging due to the pandemic and Ukraine war. Robinson stated that BOJ provided over $1 billion in liquidity to the foreign exchange market. BOJ also injected 76 billion Jamaican dollars of liquidity into the financial system. The BOJ raised rates by 650 basis points from 0.5% in September of 2021 to 7% to curb inflation, which hit double-digit levels. Still making Mello TV Evening News at 8, the Flow Foundation has selected 6 Jamaican high schools to receive the Safer Internet School Grant SISG as part of its Connected and Protected online safety campaign. The schools submitted proposals on how to promote internet safety with ideas ranging from discussion panels to talent competitions. Each school can access up to $250,000 for their projects, which must be implemented before the end of the school year. Now, this initiative aims to use peer-to-peer engagement to tackle cyberbullying, self-identity, online predators, and breach of privacy. Connected and Protected is a year-long activity targeting all demographics on internet safety best practices. The Westmoreland Police are increasing patrols and spot checks in Savannah Lamar and along roadways leading to and from the township. Now, this comes despite the reported decline in murders and major crimes since the start of the year. Although there are some recent murders, the police say they remain vigilant in their fight against crime and have made breakthroughs resulting in arrests. They are now conducting spot checks to prevent criminals from entering or leaving the parish. In other news from Westmoreland, Garfield James, principal of Little London High School and the PNP's councillor for the Sheffield Division, has suggested that the introduction of values and attitude programs in schools can aid in the fight against crime.
Western Westmoreland, Negril in particular, as it relates to the tourism sector, really provides a great opportunity for employment, where there are many hotels that seek to employ persons from different skill sets, whether it's for the kitchen, whether it's for construction, plumbers, electricians. And what we find within this particular space is that we do not have enough youngsters who are really taking up these areas of skills to be able to fill the gaps that exist within this particular area.
James proposes revisiting and implementing these programs to steer young people towards positive behavior and away from crime and violence.
And violence, we have not been doing necessarily well with that. And this is where I think a values and attitude program need to be revisited and brought back on board within the schools to try and start reaching the youngsters to see how best we can get them to start focus their minds in the right direction.
And that's our news package for you tonight. Thank you for tuning in to Mello TV Evening News at 8. I am Shelley Hill. Do stay safe, pleasant viewing, and thanks for watching.